Kick drums, kick drums, kick drums. If you're anything like me, you might spend way too much time trying to either find or recreate the perfect kick drum for your song. What if I told you there was a way to sample kick drums out of your favorite tracks?
Okay, I'm listening. Let me get a pen.
Today I'm going to show you the 3 different ways that I like to sample kick drums so you can start building up your sound library and stop wasting f***ing time. So the first thing that we're going to do once we have our track loaded into Ableton is make sure that the BPM is set to the right BPM of the song. We want to make sure that the kicks are landing right where they're supposed to. And then I'm going to search the song for a spot where the kick drum is most isolated. And I've already done that, so you don't have to listen to me do it. So this is all done in Ableton. This is probably the simplest way that you don't need to spend any money on new tools. But what we're going to do is press Command T for 3 different audio tracks, and I'm just going to go ahead and group those, which is Command G. And now I'm going to take that kick drum that I found, and I'm going to drag it onto each of these different sections. And I'm going to go ahead and just mute the track that I'm sampling from. Next, we're going to go over here and find EQ3, and I'm going to drag one instance of EQ3 onto each of these channels. And I'm just holding Option and dragging it to each of the channels. We're going to name the channel on the top Kick. We're going to name this one like Mids or something. And then this one Low. So now we're going to go to each of these EQ3s. The top kick, I'm only going to have the top soloed. So this is what it sounds like. And now we're going to do the same for the mids. We're only going to have the middle selected. And now the lows, we're only going to have the low selected. So when we play this, it should just sound like the kick from the track. But now we're going to go into each of these layers, and we're going to pull this back until we are only getting the top click. So here I'm going to fade it. Cool, that's a top kick, maybe a little longer. Now we're going to do the same with the middle. Turn this up. We're going to fade this. And while I'm dragging this, I'm like fading it and holding Command, and that's giving me more control. Cool, that's the punch. Now I'm going to solo the low. Cool, now when I solo it all together, sounds like a kick. And you can adjust these however you want, but what I like to do, I like to resample all 3 of these layers so that once I get a bunch of these, I can put them in a drum rack, and I like to save all my top kicks, all my mid kicks, and all my low end parts of the kicks. And then you can like mix and match them together and create different kicks out of that.
That's genius. Thank you.
So to do that, I'm going to go to this channel right here that I'm going to resample the kick from, and I'm going to tell it to get audio from the top kick. And then this one, I'm going to tell it to get audio from the mids. And then this one, you guessed it, the lows. And now I'm going to arm all of these and then just press record. Now you can see all of our samples. You can take these one by one if you want and export them just by going here. I'm not going to export this, but you can just export audio and video into a certain folder, name it like top kick or whatever you want to. Now you have all 3 of yours. And then I'm going to do one more, which is the full kick. And I already have mine set to resampling, but you could do it from 2 group, or you can just do resampling and make sure it's soloed. And then I'm going to press record. And here is our beautiful kick. And now you can save that in a folder, have it for whenever you want to. The next way I'm going to show you how to sample a kick drum is my personal favorite, so let's jump in. So first I want to show you guys what a kick drum looks like, and to do that, I have loaded this plugin Vision 4X onto my master. It's a spectral analyzer, so in here we can see what our kick looks like. That's our kick. Notice it's like a teardrop shape. So now that you know what a kick drum looks like in a spectral analyzer, I'm going to take this kick drum and I'm going to drag it into this standalone plugin called RX10. And if you zoom in, you can see this yellow part down here is the teardrop of the kick. Now what we can do is come down to this where it says gain, and we're going to turn the gain all the way down. Now what we can do is select a tool like this lasso tool and draw in everything that we want to delete. So all this stuff that isn't that kick drum. And I can come down here. It opens up this since we turned it down, and I can just hit render a bunch of times and see how it starts to delete all the sound. While I'm doing this, I'm really paying attention to this waveform. It'll look like a kick when we're done. So now I'm going to take all this. This kind of looks like the bass that we don't want. We're trying to get rid of the bass. It kind of looks like the kick drum stops here. I'm going to render, and see how this is starting to look more like our kick drum. I'll move this over here. Render, do it a million times. This way it takes a lot longer than the other ways, but this is the most precise out of all of them. So I would speed this up too, but I don't know how to do that yet in a video. But we're just going to keep doing this. And with this tool, you can also like zoom in very far. And I think when you go over here, you can kind of scroll up and down to zoom in even farther. And take this hand tool. Yeah, we're going to get real close. Lasso some of this. So we don't want any of that. Render. Go this way more. Render. This way. Oh, we're real zoomed in. Render. Oh, see how that's messing with our kick? We're going to Command Z that because I do want all that. Come over here. Looks a little crowded over here, so free up some of that. Over more. Render. Yeah, and we're just going to keep doing that until we get something that we like. And it's just everything that isn't that teardrop shape. You can even see it cleaning up the kick a little bit right here as I render it. Cool. I don't want you guys to sit here and watch me do this. Usually it takes me like 10 or 15 minutes to get it completely right. I'm not doing it all that often either, just when I need it. So I'm not as fast as I could be. And then you just come over here and you just export it, and you'll have a kick. And the cool thing is about this way is whenever you get the kick out of here and you try to align it back up with the original track, there's almost no difference if you go in there and get it right. So I've now loaded that kick from RX into Ableton. I exported it, and here's what it sounds like. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And as you can see, if I drag it up here and try to match it with the original, let me zoom in. You can see there's almost no difference. Like at the very end, I might have cut a little bit too much. As you can see it, it's a little bit different, but you can dial this. You can get the exact same as the original. The last way I'm going to show you how to extract a kick is with AI. The cool part about AI is it's horrible, so don't do it this way. There's this website, la.ai or whatever, and we're just going to upload our track here. And now we're going to wait for a very long time.
Oh, thank you so much for your patience.
And here we have it. Let's check out what the drums sound like. And it still has the bass in there. I'm sure there's other things AI programs that get closer. I haven't really looked into it yet. AI just isn't there. The other ways are just so easy to do, so I definitely recommend using one of those methods. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you liked it or learned something, please like and subscribe. We are a new channel, and we'd like to be able to keep making videos for you. So at the bottom of this video, I have attached a link to a project file. It's a full remake that we're giving away for free, and it has this kick that we extracted today in that project file. So get it and visit colorwithlive.com. See ya.